what did your vampire friend discover? Reach witches summoning magical storms to create feral vampires? That's horrible, but to what purpose? Well, that's the next puzzle to solve. First, we need to get this information to the Queen. Here. This was for Brondel, but it's yours now. Queen Gerhild needs to hear what we discovered at Kilcreath Temple. Hopefully that will be enough for her to get us an audience with High King Svargrim. The Queen seemed reasonable. She'll believe us. As for Svargrim, who can tell? I haven't met the man, but everything I've heard describes him as prideful, arrogant, and hard-headed. Even with the Queen's help, there's no guarantee. I'd like to knock down the palace door, grab him by the throat, and shake him until he listens. That would probably start a war, though, and Yoren specifically asked me to avoid that. For now, let's bring our evidence to Queen Gerhild. If there's anything else we need to discuss, let's get it out of the way now, before we return to Solitude. Hey, you and Fëanorian came to that conclusion, not me. Still, it makes as much sense as anything. As to why, I have no idea. This connection to vampires, though, that's troubling. We should keep Fen away until we get into Svargrim's good graces. If there's any... Hey, you and Fëanor... A clever woman? Out here? Nords are extremely distrustful of magic. Especially Nords from Western Skyrim. I'm surprised the people of Morthal tolerate her presence. If anyone can help Fen figure out the Coven's ritual, though, it would be her. Our priority remains getting an audience with High King Svargrim. We need to convince him that the Icereach Coven is a threat to his kingdom, and get him to help us stop them. Let's return to Solitude and present our findings to the Queen.
That's going to get you in trouble with the law.
Sometimes a little lie saves a ton of explanation. Keep an eye out for hack wings, or you won't have it. That's what he said.
The Queen's attendants. Let's get inside.
Be strong, Svanna.
Mother! No! No!
Svanna, your father, the kingdom. Watch over.
Mother! No! You can't die! Mother!
Sire, the assassins might return. You must get to somewhere safe.
Have Yoren's lackeys come to gloat?
We came here to warn you, Your Highness.
And yet my wife lies dead.
If you had listened to us...
Like she did. If I determine Yoren had a hand in this, there will be war! Someone take care of my wife!
Father, please.
Gods, what a disaster. The Queen's been assassinated and Svargrim still refuses to listen to reason. We need to find a way to set things right. Good question. The guards should have been able to handle a run-of-the-mill assassin. This could be connected to the Icereach Coven. In fact, I'd wager my axe that it is. Look around. See if you can find any indication of how the assassin got in and out of the palace so easily. Maybe even turn up something that ties the murderer to the Coven. I'll make sure the princess is all right. Svanna's taking this pretty hard. I suppose we've seen these medallions before. On the Reachman near Kilcreath. And I saw them on the witches in Icereach. The assassin definitely seems to be in league with the Coven. But can we get Svargrim to believe that and accept the danger he's in? Svargrim has every right to be angry. He watched his wife die right before his eyes. But he's the High King. He doesn't have the right to be stupid. Time to make Svargrim confront some hard truths. Come on, the Sword Thane led the king upstairs. We need to see the High King.
I should think not. The High King is in mourning. He's not to be disturbed.
The Queen's wasn't the only life lost today. Now get out of our way.
Go right in.
Your Highness, please. Your kingdom is in grave danger.
My queen's blood hasn't yet cooled, and already Yoren's lackeys hound me.
We have proof that the Coven threatening your kingdom is responsible for the Queen's death. Show him, partner.
Does Yoren think me so weak that he believes his half-giant can twist my arm and fill my head with lies? I am not so easily duped, outsider. Reach witches. They pose no threat. We've beaten back those wild dogs time and time again, while our brothers to the east bow down to a poetry-writing milk drinker. I will not be lectured on such matters by the likes of you. Tales told around campfires to scare the children. Storms happen here all the time, and none of them spawn monsters. The last spy who spoke of such things, well, he no longer speaks of such things. I am the Wolf of Solitude. I know my enemies. You dishonor my wife's name by letting it pass through your treacherous lips. Away with you! And pray I don't find evidence that ties you to the Queen's murder. That would not go so well for you.
We'll leave you to your grief, Your Highness.
Is it true? Mother told me you were working for her before she...
I'm sorry, Svanna. I would have saved her if I could.
My mother. She told me she gave the mighty Lyris Titanborn an important task. Tell me, what were you doing for my mother? Threat? What threat? And do you think this is why someone came into the palace and killed her? And did you tell my father all this? Is he rallying the soldiers? Alerting the other holds? My father sees Yoren's plots everywhere, even in his spicy venison stew. Well, I won't let my mother's death be for nothing. She trusted you, and so will I. My father be damned. Please, find whoever did this and stop them. I saw the assassin. He moved fast. Unbelievably fast. He leaped through the window after stabbing my mother. By that time the guards had gathered, so I guess he decided to flee. Try to follow his trail. Someone outside must have seen something.
Come on, Princess. Let's get you somewhere safe.
Don't call me princess. Just Svanna. There's nothing no...
My wife, she is like ice, so cold, so pale. All the warmth sucked out of her. There was a commotion at the palace. Everyone was headed that way, except one man. No, not a man. He wore an eye patch, but his face was bestial. He dragged her along like a bone between a dog's teeth. Then he tossed her aside, pale as snow. He was fast, so fast, ran toward the Hall of the Dead. He never even looked back at what he had done.
I bet you could spare a coin.
Will you pray with me for these poor souls? Cut down and bound for the Hall of the Dead much too soon. It was a monster, a vampire. I have seen such creatures before, but this one wore an eye patch. It moved like a shadow and took sustenance from these poor souls. I called upon Arkay's grace, and the vampire fled before his sacred presence. Toward the main gate, I pray the god...
You again? Didn't I warn you about putting your nose where it doesn't belong? A vampire? I don't know what you're talking about. But whoever it was tore out Senolia's throat and fled through the gate before I could stop him. What do you know about all this? And why is it any of your business? The Queen's dead? What about the High King? He'll have my head for letting the assassin slip away. You think... would the High King really... But I'm a loyal subject! No more talk. I need to get Senolia off the street.
This is Svargrim's fault. He should have heeded us from the start. Damn Svargrim and his distrust of Yoren. How many more of his people have to die before he accepts the truth and lets us help him? Forget that for now. Tell me about the assassin. Did anyone get a good look at the murderer? That would explain the assassin's swiftness and ability to escape so easily. We knew the Ice Reach Coven had vampires on their side, but using them so blatantly. Anything else to report? Well then, time to fight fire with fire. They've got evil vampires, and we've got a friendly one. Let's find out exactly what your friend Fen knows about vampire clans in the area. Where did you tell me Fen was going again? Right, to research the ritual. Go find them and see what you can learn. I'll stay with Savannah. Bring her up to speed on everything we've uncovered. We're going to need her to get the High King to trust us. And I'm calling him Fen. It's simpler.
Where's that caravan? It should have arrived by... Hail, stranger. I don't suppose you've seen a caravan on your travels. We've been expecting one, stuck to the brim with supplies for the Dragon Bridge garrison. But it never arrived. Good question. This is the third time this month it's happened. We always find the wagons eventually, but stripped clean of our supplies and the caravaneers run off. It's really taking a toll on the garrison. We can't function like this. Not sure. Making assumptions is a little above my station. That's a question for Captain Hingrid. If you want to help, I'm sure she'd make it worth your while. She's farther down the road, outside of town, watching for the caravan. If the supplies don't arrive soon, there won't be much of a garrison left. At least not a very good one. You can find Captain Hingrid on the road outside of town. With our reduced numbers, I'm sure she'd appreciate any assistance you could offer. In addition to being a lumber town, Dragon Bridge's proximity to Solitude makes it a key strategic location. Of course, that was before Solitude decided to ignore us. I don't know. It's just a feeling. In the past, we received supplies on a regular basis. Soldiers were routinely rotated through the garrison. We felt important. In recent weeks, that began to change. It's like Solitude is too busy to bother. If by trouble you mean that we're almost out of food or that we're down to only a handful of soldiers, then I agree with you. In addition to the missing caravan, We haven't seen any relief soldiers in quite some time. It's like they forgot.
Another dead soldier and no sign of our supplies. You saved the king. You are a friend to all Nord people this day. This is the third caravan this month that never made it to Dragon Bridge. And the soldier I sent to look for it, dead! I'm at my wit's end! Troll's blood! The garrison's remaining reserves won't last a week without an influx of fresh supplies. Forced to conscript civilians to do the work of the garrison? What a sorry state we've been reduced to. Well, who am I to look a gift choir in the mouth? If you're willing to help, then I'm willing to make it worth your while. We haven't heard from Solitude for a while, so I have an agent acquiring supplies for us from other sources. They never arrive. Later we find the wagons ransacked and the traitors missing. If you can find the caravan, that would be a big help. Look for the missing caravan. See if you can determine what happened to it and who's to blame. I need to check on Ina, the caravan agent. She has a camp on the overlook, south of the bridge. Meet me there if you find any sign of the caravan. Good luck. Meet me at the overlook if you find anything.
Hedrin isn't well. A Charis bit her, one of those giant cave bugs. The bite of a Charis, it carries an acidic poison, very deadly. I don't think she's going to last much longer. Perhaps you can help us. Please, talk to my brother, Hamvir.
Oh, traveler, you must turn back. Chillwind Depths, it's crawling with giant insects. I need to go inside and gather ingredients to heal my sister. But the things in there, they keep chasing me out. You're here to help? Oh, thank goodness. I was out here with my brother and sister, gathering plants and other medicinal herbs. I'm a healer, you see. Hedrin wandered too close to this cave. That's when the Charos attacked her. A giant insect. Very nasty. My brother needs to remain by Hedrin's side. Will you accompany me into the cave? If I can gather a few special ingredients, I can make an elixir to heal my sister. Oh, thank you. I wasn't able to take 3 steps into the...